Hello, my name is Kellen, and I'm with Logan Hartnett.
How's it going, everyone?
Hello, hello. So, Logan, this is your first year here at Kansascom, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, you've been a little fresh out of the boat, 2 months in. How's your 2 months been so far?
It's definitely been it's been a lot. Um, it's been fun. It's good to finally get to a point where like I know what I'm learning is gonna like actually have a real life impact for what I want to do.
Nice. So, let me ask you, whenever you before you even started, did you think that med school would be as it is? Like I know everyone has that preconception of what med school is, but then when you're actually in it, was it like, meet your expectations? Was it anything different? Was it better? Was it like what's going on?
I will say like I definitely listen to people when they said like, "Hey, it's gonna be a lot," and I way underestimated what a lot was gonna be. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you, um, but it is what it is. It's going well.
That's good. So, since you survived, your first 2 months, your very first class, congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah. Um, I want to know like how did you do it? Like how were you able to balance like studying, social life, you know, going to school, just all those things. How are you able to juggle all that?
It's definitely a lot of like compartmentalizing. So like, hey, I understand from this time to this time I need to be studying. This time to this time I need to be prepping for my next day. And then hey, any time I got outside of that, I can do whatever I want to do, whatever makes me feel good. Definitely got set up really well. I got a really good group of friends here who really keep me honest to my schedule. So
That's good.
yeah.
Yeah. That's one thing that I also agree with. Like you can it's easier to lie to yourself, like saying like, yeah, I can do this tomorrow, or I can, like, yeah, like it'll get done when it get done. But when you start like doing that to other people, it's a lot harder, especially when they're in their same exact boat as you. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, there's been one day I was like, all right, let's give myself this night. I'll do everything at home. Didn't do a single thing at home.
Yeah. Yeah. But dude, okay, so what actually got you interested in medicine? Like why did you want to come to med school?
So I just transitioned out of the military. Wasn't really sure what I wanted to do, but I wanted something that was going to be kind of like high like pressure, fast paced. Something that I can actually see like what I'm doing actually has an impact. So I started kicking around ideas. Eventually came down to like, hey, med school might be the route, and said, all right, let's give it a full send.
Okay, nice. So, man, how long were you in the military for?
I did about 7.5 years in the army. Got out, did 14 months contracting after that.
Wow. Well, thank you for your
Oh,
service.
thank you.
Yeah. Um, man. So I don't want to ask this, but which one is harder?
So we were
I
actually
know.
just talking about this the other day.
I know it's different, but like,
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's definitely a lot of massively different. The It's definitely not as physically demanding. Surprising, like they haven't asked me to jump out of any airplanes here, um, but the mental side, there's a lot to it. It feels a lot like this one. You have to be a lot more accountable to yourself. You're not going to have someone in there making sure, like, hey, did you complete X, Y, Z? Um, and so they're both definitely difficult. I'm not trying to take away from either one,
right,
uh, but they're very different. Yeah.
right. No, I can only imagine. I'm not a military man by any means.
Mhm.
I have friends who are in like who went to West Point, or who are in the Marines, and I know that just just the first few months just joining is very physically demanding, and after that
Mhm.
you have to maintain that lifestyle
Mhm.
for so long. But here in med school, it's different. Like it's demanding mentally. Like you have to be able to jump through those hoops, or you have to be able to like make sure you understand what's going on no matter what else is going on in your life.
Mhm.
There's no slowing down for med school, unfortunately. you,
Yeah.
you just have to be in it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's I mean, like days when it's like, hey, I gotta learn my 75th medication this week. all right, let's figure this out. Yeah, it's definitely a mental hurdle.
Yeah. Well, so what experiences have you had this like so on sorry, let me
Yeah.
reiterate that. What experiences have you had so far in med school where you didn't think you would have, like any good ones, or
Um, I mean, it's been a lot of the like I expected the long hours of studying. I figured I would find like a group that I would be doing a lot of my studying with. It's a lot of the stuff on the fringes. Like, hey, we were just out line dancing like last weekend or the weekend before that. Um, we've had groups going out rock climbing, just a whole bunch of different experiences I didn't think I would be able to hit while I was here.
no, yeah, it's very important to maintain, like just your sense of self
Hmm.
in med school. Like, yes, we are med students, but that's not our identity. That's just one aspect of who we are, and but that one aspect will carry us through the end and allow us to help a lot of people.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
so are there any like traits, or are there any like hobbies that you've had? Sorry, let me ask that again. Are there any hobbies that you had, that you maintained during med school?
One that I'm trying to keep with. It's a little hit and miss as I actually finalized my schedule. I was doing stand up comedy before I came out here. I've gotten to do a couple performances here, and it's been fun, and it's really good to like kind of break away. Like, hey, yep, I had all this stress from school. Let's put that in a box and let's go enjoy myself for a little bit.
Yeah, I know. I remember you telling me about your stand up. I actually saw you outside of your of your set one day,
Yeah,
and they offered you to go to Kansas City to you do a show out there.
I think it was somewhere around there. It was a couple hours away. Unfortunately, it was like the night before an exam, so I can't be out like driving until 2 in the morning to show up for an 8 a.m. Exam.
No, that's
Um,
that's very fair.
but yeah, it's yeah. So there's finding some balance, but I've definitely still been able to maintain like my own personal hobbies.
Nice. So when you do jokes, is it jokes about like everyday life, or do you have like your set jokes, or what's going on?
Yeah, so a lot of it would pertain like towards like being in the military, trying to date. Shoot, I was a non-traditional student. I didn't go to college until I was 29. So like being a 29-year-old freshman when everyone else is 19, this is very traditional. It's definitely a large learning curve there. So a lot of the material just revolved around that.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm already laughing for some reason. That's awesome though.
Yeah.
That's awesome. You can find joy in just your situations.
Hmm.
It tells me that, hey, you're a happy guy, and whatever comes, like it might suck, but there's at least I can laugh about it at some point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, definitely.
So I know we've said you've only been in school for about 2 months,
Hmm.
but do you have any idea of what type of doctor you do want to be?
Preferably a good one. Um, I'm right now. I'm leaning towards emergency medicine or family care.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice, 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 nice. Why emergency med?
Just kind of the idea that hey, you're gonna have to learn a whole bunch of things. You might not be the expert in any one field, but you will know a lot about everything. Just kind of being that generalist just really appeals to me. And
Nice.
same with family medicine.
Okay. No, I get that. Like myself, I wanted to be like a pediatrician
Hmm.
just because I talk a lot and I really can't shut up, and I make a lot of dad jokes and I'm a big nerd. But coming here and doing actual classes and whatnot, like I'm like, man, I actually like I'm learning a lot. I actually really like cardiology. Like that was my one of my favorite blocks that I've had so far. And so now I'm thinking, maybe I'll look into the cardiology side of things.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
and that's the other thing. Like, I'm not coming in with any preconceived notions. Like, hey, I will do this. Like, I never planned on going to college, let alone med school, and here I am. So I try not to plan too far in advance.
Man, you're you,
Um,
you're a flow with the wind, go with the wind type of guy.
yeah,
The wind
yeah,
has taken you on a wild
yeah,
journey, my friend.
yeah. It really has. But so like I know I'm gonna have clinicals coming up, third year, fourth year. I'm gonna see what I actually like in that environment. Um, And so I'm gonna reserve final judgment until then.
No, that's all. That's very fair. Very fair. So how? What are you expecting? Like, just like if you were to give advice from your entire life,
Hmm.
from where you started till now, what advice would you give people trying to get into med school?
Um, so kind of like how I was just saying, like, hey, I haven't ever had like a concrete, like 100% fleshed out 5 year, 10 year plan. um, but make sure you push yourself to be the best version of yourself to give yourself those options. Um, you can say, hey, I really want to do this, and then 2 years down the line, you're like, I really don't like this. But if you put in all the effort, like say you're in your undergrad, you do put in the effort, you got really good GPA. Well, in 2 years, when you decide to switch for whatever reason, you might now have the option to do this that you were really interested. That if you didn't push yourself, you didn't have that option anymore. Like if that makes sense.
Yeah, that does. Do you mind if we do that again? Because I actually really like that. I
Yeah.
just gotta want to make sure that we got it well.
Yep.
Alrighty. So I'm gonna ask you again.
Yeah.
So with your entire history from your start to getting into med school, what advice would you give to those who are currently trying to get into med school?
Yeah, so it's kind of like what I was just alluding to. Like, I've never really been a guy that has like a concrete 5 year, 10 year plan. But what I really have been glad is I've always set myself up for success by pushing myself to be as good as I could. By doing that, I gave myself as many options in the future. So if, hey, whenever life does change, I have the ability to go choose between X, Y, and Z instead of only having one option ahead of me.
No, that's fair. If you put in the work into yourself, not just like in what you're doing, but just into yourself,
Mm-hmm.
there more doors will open for you.
Yeah.
Shoot, even windows. I'm small enough; I can climb through a window. So, man, yeah. Um, Alrighty. So, I actually wanted to do some rapid fire questions with you, if you
Okay.
don't mind. Alrighty. So, I'm gonna bust out my handy dandy list.
Sounds good.
Alrighty. So, um, what is so? Since in med school, what's one med school fact that you will never forget that you really enjoy?
Ooh. Um, let's see. Now I'm drawing a blank on everything. Let's see. I would say probably just learning. This is really drawing a blank now.
Man, retrograde.
We found the one thing that stumps me. Um, probably that beta 2 receptors are not innervated.
Alright.
Yeah, are generally not innervated. Yeah.
Already. Let's redo that again.
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's redo that. You want some time to think about
No,
it?
no.
No.
Really good the second time around.
No, it's good. Already. So, what's the? And it doesn't have to be in school, okay? It could be like a fun
Oh.
medical fact. Alrighty. So, what's one medical fact that you'll never forget, or that you find super interesting?
Just in general, that beta 2 receptors, vast majority of them are not innervated.
I actually forgot about that. The retrograde amnesia is so real.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So what do you do to celebrate an exam?
Do some good old Okie. There's a place right down the street does karaoke.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, nice. What's your go-to song?
Ooh, like usually something from Everclear. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guarantee you, listen to me sing it's probably funnier than my stand-up. So.
Alrighty. So speaking of songs, if you were to give your med school life a theme song, what would it be?
Ooh. Um. Probably Bonnie Tyler's "Holding Out for a Hero."
That's crazy. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
I could really use one right about now.
I will be your hero. I will be that hero for you.
Appreciate you.
No, mine would be, let's see, like I love Kansas. Come and introduce some OMM. Yeah, I love Kansas. Come on over here so I can crack your back. Joan Jett, don't sue me.
Uh, you know, you might have like a side gig after this, right?
Of course, I
Yeah.
also partake in the Oki, as you say. Alrighty, few more questions.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So, what's something that you wish people outside of med school would know?
Um, it's it. You don't have to necessarily be like this massive brainiac. I'm everyone I've met has had like a real life in addition to this. Like it's no one's just like I hit the books and that's all I do. And I think honestly that's probably for the best. Because you like the whole goal of being a physician is not just to know the right answer, but also to be able to talk to people. So most med students are a good balance of both.
Nice. I agree.
Yeah,
I don't know everything. But I work at it so I can know at least most things.
definitely.
And then two more questions. Alrighty. If you had to sum up med school with three emojis, what emojis are you choosing?
He says to the guy who can barely figure out how to put emojis in there. Um, Cry face, upside down smile face, and prayer. Yeah, yeah, a lot of that.
I feel that in my soul. Alrighty, and so oh, sorry, hold on. Oh, I've asked you so many. Okay, if you could redo either your pre med or your med school journey, what would you do, or would you even redo any part of your journey?
Ah, see, yeah, I don't think I would. Now maybe part of that's just like, hey, I put in a lot of effort to get where I'm at, so I don't want to give it up. But I mean, I had a really good pre med. I had a really good opportunities laid out before me before that. So I think if I had the choice, I would do everything again that I have done.
Same way.
Yeah,
Hey, that's a good. Hey, what you did made you the person who you are today.
exactly.
Okay, and it got you into med school. So
Yeah.
absolutely. Well, thank you, Logan, for letting me interview you.
No, thank you very much. Appreciate your time.
Yeah,
Thank you for having me.
of course. Yeah, go ahead.
And I would say they don't have to be rapid fire necessarily.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking that a lot of the people who are watching these are prospective students too.
Mm-hmm.
So could you ask them about why osteopathic medicine first, and then also what's it like moving to this, where are you from, and how are you looking into it?
Okay.
I think that those are two things that would interest a lot.
Okay. Alrighty. Your thing still on?
Yep.
Alrighty. We got the green.
Yeah.
All right. We're lean. We're mean, and we're green.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Let's go. Um. So, Logan, why did you choose osteopathic medicine and like a DO program and not an MD program?
So the first school I was actually looking at was a DO program. So I'm coming in this completely fresh eyes. What 2019, 2020 fresh eyes. I have no idea how medicine works. So I just look up like local med schools, and one of the schools I saw, it was like the first school in the nation that required mental health classes as a mandatory part of their curriculum. Um, and so I was like, okay, what's the school about? And I found out it was a DO program. And as I started doing more and more research into DOs, it's not necessarily like I didn't like the idea of like the MD programs. I think they're absolutely great. It was just more the DO program, kind of this holistic. Hey, it's not just knowing the right stuff; it's being able to actually talk, interact with patients. That idea really kind of took hold. So I definitely started paying extra interest into DO schools at that point.
Okay, nice. All right, we're gonna do that one more time.
Okay.
Alrighty. What's the question? Oh, okay. That's why I do these things. All right. So So Logan, why did you choose a DO program and not an MD program?
So nothing against MD programs. I think they're absolutely great, but the first DO program I had found, they were definitely doing some things that no other school were doing, and that kind of like sparked my interest into DOs. And just upon like learning about DO programs, I fell in love with them, and I kind of figured like, hey, this is the route I want to go.
Okay, perfect. Um, so where are you from, and is it and how is Wichita? And I gotta ask that question so much better. This is why I redo
Yeah,
things. Okay. Okay. So Logan, where are you from?
from Sioux City, Iowa.
How is I've never heard of Sioux City, Iowa.
So yeah, as you know, so then as you can imagine, like I'm coming to Wichita, coming to a much larger city. Yeah, there's just so much more in Wichita. Sioux City, I love it. It's nice, great people. It's a lot like Wichita. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, so is like that like a small town or?
Um, so it's crazy because it's like the fifth biggest city I think in Iowa of 80,000 people. So yeah, it's relatively large.
Okay. Well, I'm from a small town in Southwest Georgia called Americus, Georgia. Shout out to Americus. Yeah, and we got about 15,000 people. And so coming here, my I love Americus. It's a nice little getaway.
Mhm.
But anytime that I move somewhere, I'm like, alrighty, if it has more than Americus, I will be okay. I promise you that. I remember one time, like this is how small my town is.
Mhm.
It has probably grown since then, but like I remember right after my senior year homecoming, what a few of my friends and I did for fun in our dresses. We went to Walmart. We walked around Walmart in our little suits in their dresses, and we didn't even buy anything. We just
Yeah.
walked around.
Like that is a universal feeling because like the part of Sioux City I lived on was kind of closer to the edge. I remember when Walmart first came, and that was our mall. We would just go there for the weekends to hang out. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, what you're saying, I totally understand.
Um, so, what are some fun things to do here in Wichita?
Oh, like that's the thing. Even with like smaller cities, just knowing where to find stuff. Like there's plenty of local art, plenty of just great opportunities sports wise. Like I know there's a huge pickleball group here on campus. We got people going rock climbing. I've heard, and I really need to get out, find those like secret camping gems I've heard around here.
Oh yeah. Also, we have the farmers market that it's growing pretty big since I first got here, and then I went last year. It's getting bigger.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to check it out, but like every Saturday it opens, I'm donating platelets at the time.
Oh yeah.
And so it's like, I can't do two.
No,
Can't do two things at once.
no, I understand. I don't know, but they have like a few axe throwing places as well. So if you want to get your Kratos on, God of War. If you want to get your Kratos on, then go throw an axe. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, I might give it a shot.
They even have
sometime.
a rage room here.
Oh, really?
They have a rage room in Wichita. Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool.
I think I'll throw some out though. Just doing that. Come back, get some OMM from someone.
Exactly. That's why we go to this is why we choose a DO school, so we can go to rage rooms, come back, and get free osteopathic care. Alrighty. Well, Gibson, is there any other questions I should ask?
I think that was awesome. I would say, like, what's your living situation like? Your apartment and that.
Okay. So, what's your so so where do you live in Wichita? Do you live in downtown in like an apartment? Do you live off camp like out of downtown like in a house or something like that?
Yeah, I live downtown in an apartment. I walk to school. I'm 2 blocks away from the school. It's a really nice apartment. One of my biggest fears was like, because again, I'm coming from a smaller city where rent is typically pretty low. I was like, oh, dude, I don't want to be paying an arm and a leg.
Yeah.
No, rent is super, super comparable. So I'm just loving it. Location's great. I'm always within a short walk to find something to do.
Nice. Very nice. I also live downtown, so and there's always something going on like Douglas or Nafskiris Park. You know, like they have those concerts or like those little swap shops and stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that. So it's really cool. You know, they have Wizards Alley in the corners, walking distance from me. Yeah, see over there, Kevin. You know, and so it's my little getaway. Like going to Wizards Alley, buying a comic book like every Wednesday. That's my little treat for me.
What do you read? Comic book
So
wise.
comic books right now, I'm reading Absolute Batman, Ultimate Spider-Man, Ultimate Wolverine, um, and then I saw that they had this there, but like uh, Bone. If I don't know if anyone has like read Bone. It's been a long time since I read. I'm like, wow, you know, like I really like that series, you know, that graphic novel. So I'm like, yeah, let me get on that type of deal. So that's what I'm reading.
Awesome.
Yeah.